Hello, welcome. My name is Daxley Worthen, and I'm going to be talking about yoga's impact on confidence. First, we'll start off with my introduction. Confidence in college students is crucial and critical for all aspects of their lives. College students have generally lower mental health than that of the rest of the population. Confidence impacts mental health, academic success, future career opportunities, and personal well-being. Exercise, specifically yoga, has been shown to increase confidence in college students, promoting well-being and success, contributing to overall life satisfaction. The results showed a significant improvement in self-esteem, an increase in positive benefits, and a substantial reduction in negative affects among the yoga group participants compared to the control group. The teaching of yoga can enhance the level of psychological resilience in college students. The effect on self-esteem was greater for the yoga group than the control group. Another study said that improvements in self-confidence were seen in the yoga group in a study conducted on medical students. Lastly, a study conducted on female college students who practiced yoga experienced significant psychological and physiological improvement compared to the control group. Many studies' findings show that yoga seems to increase confidence in college students, but the longevity of this claim and the specific practices need to be more thoroughly tested. Does yoga increase sustained confidence in college students? This is the question we're going to be asking today. Sustained results in this context entail 2 months after completing yoga practice. My hypothesis is that yoga does increase sustained confidence among college students. My materials and methods. The design, I would get 2 groups. One group would not participate in yoga, which would be the control group, and the other would. These groups would be randomly assigned. The design would be experimental. The independent variable is the practice and presence of yoga. The dependent variable is the confidence of college students measured by the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale. Confidence is a key component of self-esteem. Participants would take the Rosenberg scale 3 times, once before the study, once after study completion, and 2 months after completion to see if the results stayed the same. This design is suitable for my topic as it will allow for more control over the conditions and be more effective than a correlational design. This experimental design would contribute to the validity and reliability of the cause and effect relationship of confidence in yoga. The participants I would use would be college students, typically aged 18 to 25. I would recruit about 100 participants through on-campus advertisements, such as posters saying you can get course credit for completing the study. This would be at local colleges such as the University of Utah and Salt Lake Community College. I would also send out emails to the student unions and professors who are willing to talk about participating in my study, the credit they would receive, and the impact it would make on future research. It would not matter if the participants have practiced yoga before. The measures and materials I would use would be a yoga instructor, a space for the group that is doing yoga, which would include yoga mats and an open room. I would also use the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale to measure confidence before and after the study is conducted. The Rosenberg Scale is a 10-item Likert scale which evaluates a person's general belief and confidence in their worth and abilities. An example of an item on the scale would be, I am satisfied with myself, rated from strongly agree to strongly disagree. Procedures. I would randomly assign participants to either the yoga or control group. I would give 100 participants the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale at the beginning of the study. I would need to have a space set up where people could exercise and perform yoga with a trained yogi. Participants in the yoga condition would experience moving their body in possibly uncomfortable positions by practicing new stretches and breathing exercises for about 6 weeks. The Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale would be given at the end of the study's completion, then a final self-esteem scale would be given after 2 months of the study's completion. My analysis. I'm testing if yoga increases confidence in college students and if those results are sustained over time. The statistical procedure I will use to test my hypothesis would be an ANOVA test. This is the correct test for my question and design, as it will compare the same group's confidence at multiple time points. I would expect to find that yoga does increase sustained confidence in college students. This would mean that yoga practice increases confidence over time. This result would be demonstrated by a statistically significant difference in confidence scores for the yoga condition and same scores for the control group. My limitations and implications. My findings would show that confidence increases in those who practice yoga and participate in the yoga condition. My findings would also show that confidence in the control group would remain unchanged when not having participated in yoga. These findings would be comparative with the results of the study done by Deshpande, who found that self-esteem was higher for the yoga group than the control group. My study adds further evidence that confidence can increase due to participating and practicing yoga for college students. My study adds valuable insight into the correlation of confidence in yoga and what an individual can do to enhance their quality and experience of life. It also highlights the benefits of yoga and could encourage people to participate in yoga who had not before. The limitations of my research are that it only focuses on college students, so my data may not represent the rest of the population. I would not know the effect on other cohorts of the population. My sample size is small, and that limits the generalizability of my results to a larger scale. My study does not account for third variable problems. These variables can be having practiced yoga before. Another third variable could be high self-esteem to begin with. And last but not least, my conclusion and broader implications. In conclusion, this research underlines the importance of mental health and what can be done to improve mental health in college individuals. College students are a vulnerable population to low mental health, so finding how to help college students' confidence increase is a need and a very important and relevant issue. High confidence can increase mental health and a variety of other factors such as life satisfaction and achievement later on. Practicing yoga can not only improve confidence in college students, but life longevity and satisfaction as well as a slew of other benefits aforementioned. I hope to find that yoga does increase sustained confidence in college students. My research could help individuals who struggle with mental health and confidence find healthy ways to increase confidence, which would result in better long-term life outcomes. My research could contribute to the real world by adding efficacy to yoga's impact on confidence, contributing to the need for funding and placement of yoga facilities on or around college campuses. These facilities would enhance the resources and elevation of mental health for college students. And here's all my references. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day, night, and thank you so much.